Peace. What's going on, y'all? I just want you to be aware and pay very close attention. You understand to what's going on right now. There is no war on the cops. You understand? That's a propaganda move to basically belittle any type of organization or any people who are basically trying to get justice for police brutality as well as other ills and elements that, is running rampant through America. But the thing right now is that they're pushing a whole agenda about cops and about a war on cops and so on and so forth. There's not a war on cops. There's the truth being told on cops. And that's a war. See, when you tell the truth isn't favored in mass appeal by the masses of people. The masses of people don't accept and honor truth because truth comes with an accountability and a responsibility. Therefore, and there is justice with truth. You understand what I'm saying? So when you're dealing with this whole propaganda issue, when you're dealing with all of the distractions that are currently being placed in your midst on purpose, we're at the brink of a very tumultuous time in our country right now, but you're thinking about, Jay-Z and Beyonce and Bruce Jenner and all these other crazy distractions. See, this country is very, very dumb in a sense. We don't understand that the ruling power and those who are pushing these agendas and these rituals understand that you are dumb. You're sleeping. For instance, when you ask the average American who's the vice president, they say, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? When you ask Americans vital information about this country, they say, I don't know. Things that they're supposed to know. So that shows the people and that shows certain energy that the people aren't able to really govern themselves. They don't even know who is ruling them right now. They don't even care who has control over them. They don't even know their leaders and who their names are and so on and so forth. So that shows you that we are distracted and that our mind is placed on something else on purpose. Therefore, when you're distracted, it is easy to manipulate and maneuver things up under you through legislation. You know what I'm saying? Through people, places, things, circumstances. There's many different tools that are being used to enforce fear. And one of the tools in propaganda is one of the tools. Fear is a tool itself. Every day you wake up, there's a new disease. There's a new attack on America or a possible attack or, all of these things happen because, see, fear is what feeds the country because the country is ran by demons, you know what I'm saying, that wear human skin. So fear mongering is what feeds them. Blood is what feeds them. They want you to die. You understand what I'm saying? So they will create scenarios to make it seem as if the people are against the system. And we should be against the system because the system is a system. That means that it is methodically planned and put in place to implement a particular outcome. And that's what we're witnessing right now. You understand? So when you hear this thing about the war on cops, no, it's a war on your intelligence. It's a war on your soul because the cops are supposed to protect and serve, but they're killers. And the justice in that is that when you are being attacked, you defend yourself. And that is what they don't want you to do, is to defend yourself. They will attempt to take guns from you, to create laws and legislations where you don't need guns, where you can have guns, where they are removing the guns from the people. I don't necessarily care about guns, but that's a right that people have, is to carry a gun and to use a gun and so on and so forth, So I don't really care about the guns, but it's a right for people. And I see the agenda. I see how it's being played out. I see all of the false flags that we've had in the past that center around gun control. And now here's a new one because cops is getting busted in the head. People are tired of brutality. You understand what I'm saying? And we're in the age of Aquarius where things will be known and exposed. The truth will be seen. We're no longer in the age of belief. See, people don't believe in the cops, that the cops are friendly. We know that cops you trust them, but they're not taught to trust you. And that's just the reality. You understand what I'm saying? Black or white, you're a citizen. You understand? You're somebody on the outside. That's a paramilitary organization. They have an agenda. You know what I mean? And they don't care about their agenda. So this is what I'm telling you. Watch out for the propaganda of the war on cops, because that's going to give them more justification to kill. You understand what I'm saying? And they'll use things like, oh, he reached for my gun or he reached for my taser, even if your hands are behind your back and you're cuffed. You understand what I'm saying? The worst thing that has happened to that is body cams and cell phones. You know what I'm saying? With cameras. Use your cell phone all day long. Use it strategically. You You understand what I'm saying? And you have every right to use it. They can't take it from you. You understand? You have every right to watch the cops or watch any type of foreign entity that comes into the community and occupy it under force, because that's exactly what they're doing. You understand what I mean? So we talk about terrorism and they have you talking about ISIS. ISIS is not committing terrorism over here. You understand what I'm saying? Any terrorist activity that's committed over here, it has something to do with the use of people inside of our system who are combined and aligned with other societies. You understand what I'm saying? With other organizations that have underlying means, that move with unseen hands. You understand what I'm saying? We know about what they're trying to put into place, but it'll never happen because, see, love will destroy all of those things. People, we must be unified across all barriers, boundaries, race, nationalities, whatever, because this threat is also bigger than police and our system. There's something else going on spiritually. You understand what I'm saying? And it can't win if we are united. It will win if we're divided. And if we're stuck in these games and these different distractions and so on and so forth, like the crayon box and the race game and the classes, all of those games that are being played that totally separate and divide people, you know what I'm saying, by opinion and feeling, those things are the very things that they use to attack us at the same time, used to destroy us at the same time. So on this note, wake up and understand that there's a big game being played. You understand what I'm saying? And you can either be a part of the game, or you can fall back and see what the game is and create your own game and play, and you can win. You understand? But you need the people to play the game, your game, with you. You understand what I mean? In other words, the game is unity. The game is divine love. This is what we need to be playing. We need to put everything else to the side because we're under attack worldwide. This is bigger than just America. It's a lot of things happening right now, but you're distracted by television. You understand what I mean? You're distracted by all of these different things, VMA awards and all of this nonsense that you see. That is the distraction. That is the illusion. Break the illusion, man. Open your eyes and see past all of that because you're under a spell. And the only way to see clearly is to recognize that you're under a spell. So again, the war on cops is the war on you. It's the war on your soul. It's a war on your intelligence. It is a way to come in and to kill even more. You understand what I'm saying? And to justify it because there's a war. See, there was a war on drugs, which was a war in our community. There's always been wars that surface in our community, these little things that I call civil wars that are created by the system and blamed on somebody else and manipulated and orchestrated in the community in which they are trying to overthrow, basically. You understand what I'm saying? In any mass city of a high population of color and people of color will have these same type of ops going on through them. So the best thing you can do is get mentally prepared, get physically prepared, get spiritually prepared, and fight. Peace.